Much love, everyone. Today I'm with Elitom El-Amin
Yes.
on a vegetarian journey. He's someone that will tell you how to rewire that health journey that we should all be on, by the way.
Absolutely.
We should all be. And I'm so interested in just the subject of health because I personally been through some complication, and there's so many other people that I personally know that they're always struggling with something, with rather if it's physical pain, mental pain. They always, like, oh, I can't live happily because, I have all this stress happening, and there's so many other things affecting us every single day. And that's why we can share some keys with people, and that's why we're here.
Absolutely.
Every day, we all need to be more healthy.
Absolutely.
And at some point for me in my own journey, it took me from, realizing that maybe pain is not just something that to put a label on. Maybe it's there for a reason. If we listen to our body, maybe it's gonna tell us something. So how was that for you? How was that journey for you when you're like going from completely nothing, you don't know anything about, for example, any health tools. You don't have any health tool, any holistic tools. Holistic means whole, like that's gonna help you in all areas of life. How was that from your life before onto like having so many other tools that you can share with the world now?
Oh my gosh, this is good. Good question. Well, for number one, I had to accept the pain. It's there. And then pain became my friend. Now, what do I mean by that? The body's trying to tell you something. From the old school generations, there was a time they worked through the pain. If the pain was there, just work through it. Be hard, be tough. No pain, no gain. But now we're in the age of no brains, no gain. So I began to listen to my pain. What are you trying to tell me? And then when you get truthful like that and really pay attention to the body, it is communicating with you. And again, I like how you say you know completely nothing about health, this and that, blah, 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 blah. But as you start dealing with the body, it'll lead you there. Your intuition will get stronger. Maybe you should get up and go walk today instead of going to sleep after you eat.
Yep.
Maybe you should start exercising.
Maybe.
All of this stuff start kicking in. So this is a wonderful journey when you start getting in that avenue. And then as you get stronger, you'll meet people out there in different pockets who are experts in their field. They might not know it all, but there's some people who really know about fasting. Some people really know about meditation. Some people really know exercise. Every gym you go to, there's a health coach there. And then not only that, you got the internet now.
Yeah.
So much information. Now, of course, you got to sift through it, but when you're doing it also, it helps you even better. And then when you start transforming yourself gradually and slowly, you go one day to the gym, you're not going to see nothing. 2 days, you're not going to see nothing. But over a period of time, again, pain have to be your friend. Because there's times your mind going to say, hey, let's watch this Netflix series. You did enough already. All right, nobody's demonizing it, but you do it again and again, and you're off of your cycle. So it is tough trying to build that discipline, but the thing about it, it can be developed. That's the good thing about it. It's not somebody's more magical than another. When you hang in there and you get in there and start seeing yourself improving, it brings forth confidence, higher self-esteem, you got more energy, you start seeing a more value in it. Man, my health do have value over those other problems we created in society. Materialism, this and that. Okay, it has its place, but not over your health. Oh my gosh. And then we had this really wonderful retreat where everybody got something out of it.
That was amazing. That was an experience for sure.
And when we hear this message, the solar breatharian knowledge, so this basically saying to eat very little or none at all, but it's not magical.
Yep.
That's a process to get there, and it is a holistic lifestyle.
Yep.
Actually, it shocks people when they hear it. It's stuff that you already know, you just haven't been doing it. That's wild, ain't it? And when we deal with health, it's more than just physical. We got emotional health. That's huge. You got mental health,
Stress, all of that.
relationships, livelihood. All of these things is bombarding you every day. And the thing about a health journey, it's going to be forever as long as you live. So it's one thing to get a level of health, but it's the next thing to maintain it. And the way to maintain it when you deal with the the solar breath and knowledge is to understand it's a lifestyle change. It just ain't, I'll do this or this or this until I get here and I have arrived.
It's never enough.
You could go right back to where you was at before, and it happens to a lot of people because they don't understand a lifestyle change.
Yep.
It's sort of like when I woke up this morning and went for a walk, didn't have to think about it. I did it so much. It's part of your lifestyle, just like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or wherever. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. Yeah, when you practice that and you develop a pattern, then it's ingrained in you. That's all you. That's who you are. That's your lifestyle.
That's who you are.
But if you will be able to talk to yourself in the past, and you don't know nothing.
Right.
You were never interested in your health, but you're at that point where you're like, this is it. You're ready, and you're talking to yourself at that point.
Right.
What would you say to yourself?
Oh, the self-talk is, we got to do something different. Something has to give. When that body get to the point, and the thing about it, this ain't even got nothing to do with willpower. Your body, when it can't go no more, no matter how much of a go-getter you are, how much you have done, when that body's ready to give a time out, you're going down. It's going to sleep today.
Yeah.
And depending on how much you abused it, it's going to stay there until you treat it right.
So true.
This is the house you live in. This is the vehicle. Self-care. Self-care versus instant gratification.
Wow.
Now, there's nothing wrong with instant gratification. We're humans.
That's true.
But to let it overrun your life, the self-care, you usually see the benefits long-term, just like an investment. And that's the thing about health. You start aging, like we say, health is not going to quit. It's going to be here forever. But the younger you start with this lifestyle, the more it'll benefit you in the future. And even if you are older and never took care of your health, you can start now. As long as your feet is on the ground, it's your turn. Oh, this is good. Now, one thing about these classes too, when we do our retreats, we bring up subjects that people didn't expect to happen.
Yep.
So we start getting deeper in the everyday, down-to-earth stuff that people deal with, that they wasn't thinking about, but it all goes with the solar breathing journey. And I know you had a list of questions. Well, not so much questions, things that we talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So y'all got to hear this. This is real key, but this all has something to do with the solar breathing knowledge, so that when these signs do come up, you just won't ignore them or think it's something crazy.
Exactly.
Like one time there was a woman that was fasting, trying to be a breatharian. She said, my right side is hurting near the liver. Is this some kind of breakthrough? Do I just sit through it? You know what I said? I said, well, go get an enema. She said, oh. She was expecting something magic for me to say, or some certain technique. Go get an enema. So this is what we're saying. The body's talking to us, but you got to understand his language. And it's always talking to us every day. And this is why I teach Qigong too, holding positions. That will give you a chance to listen to your body, and it will show you where the blockages is at. See, the thing about in everyday life, you can fake it. You could go buy a new shirt. You could go get some Vaseline to get your skin shined up to act like you're shining.
Yes, our body's gonna send us messages. What if breath is a messenger? For example, the smell of our body.
Here we go.
Can that be a messenger to us?
That's a messenger.
When somebody struggles with like bad breath or like a bad your smell of your sweat, or
Right.
is it trying to tell us something?
The smell of the urine, the smell of the stool, all of that goes into play, and the body's talking to you. So when you understand that, the good thing about it is, don't be scared, don't ignore it. You can do something about it. And like we say, we're in an age of information. You can look up that stuff. Or so many people is coming into the avenue of health in this age we're in. There usually be somebody around you who can help you out.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
And then you got retreats popping all up over the place as it is anyway. Anyone that will fit your level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. And the solar breathing knowledge just happened to be out there that's bringing everything into play, from meditation, from exercise, from fasting, from working on your thoughts, bringing it all together. So it's like a whole package. But there's some meditations just concentrate on meditation, some retreats, some just concentrate on fasting. But this is the whole package. This is good.
Yes. So what does it mean actually? If we, for example, okay, so we feel a different smell and we're not going to ignore it. What's next? What are we going to do after that?
What's next?
How are we going to realize where does it come from? Maybe it's like, is it our body intoxicated? Is it what we put on our body? What we're wearing? Is it what we're putting in our body?
Right.
It has to come from somewhere.
Is it the diet? Is it the teeth? Is it all of this stuff comes into play?
As long as we don't ignore it,
Right.
we can find answers.
You can't find answers. And this is the key. You got to ask the right questions in order to get the right answer.
So awareness is key.
Awareness. Oh man, this is good. Ask the right questions and you'll get the right answers. But again, the main thing is don't ignore it. Because I did it in my life many times before. Other people do it all the time. And then we get into delusion, making up other things. I even had a woman one time say the reason why her body was smelling and acting a certain way because she was going through dimensional portals. Yeah, I listened to a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So this is key. Where do we go from here? And like we said, you start looking up that stuff, trying different things. Because this is why on this level, you're like a scientist. We taught that. They got the 5 bodies of yoga, not to make it mythical, but they say the main body you should start building up is your scientific body. Science means knowledge. You start seeking knowledge.
Yep.
That's where you go from there. And if something don't work, you go to something else. You ask questions until you get to the point, and I'm sure you'll find it. Seek and you shall find.
Yes. Yes. And regarding the messages to our bodies, I've actually ignored my messengers for a long time, and I realized that it's not a good idea.
Right.
Because there's something underneath that requires your attention. There's something under that needs you, and it's calling you. It's always going to tell you, okay, so that breath smell is going to be over and over again. It's not going to let you. It's going to stay there until you deal with it. And also, you know, that's a message from the body, right? But what about the things that we induce to ourselves, like stress, for example?
Oh man.
How much of our, you know, disease in the body is self-caused by our mind?
Big time. Caused by the mind. And keep in mind, actions is still your mind. Because you wouldn't have carried it out if your mind wouldn't have let your body do it.
Yep.
Oh man, this is good. Sort of like when I was a minister in the church, I had aches and pains in the body, and I was trained to go pray over it. Not looking at my behavior. The prayer is going to take away these pains that's being caused by my behavior on how I was eating. But that's how we was trained back then.
Did it
until I
work?
had to realize it didn't work.
It didn't work.
I'm eating Salisbury steak and gravy, chicken every day, and all this other stuff. That's what it was. I'm getting overweight, and I had the nerve to think if I say some magic words that it's supposed to disappear, and I could continue with my Salisbury steak, chicken, being overweight, like all that supposed to disappear. But you'd be surprised. Many people back then was in that thought process and is still today. It doesn't work like that. Oh man, this is good. Somebody got to tell you. So again, this is what we're talking about. The body is always talking to us, and the body does not lie. That's wild. The mind will lie, but the body won't.
Many chronic diseases, you know, track back to prolonged stress, from overeating to toxing, or over, you know, like the emotions that we feel. Like, what do you think that would be like the first step to, you know, to recommend to somebody to break that cycle where they're like not in that pattern of overdoing, overstressing, over.
Well, I tell you what, from my own experience, it just happened from intuition. Nobody told me to do this. When I understand I had to make a change, there was something that instinctively came over me where I took a time out and I started fasting. I'll
So,
never forget it.
so you abstaining from food helped your mind.
Yep, helped my mind, got a lot of toxicity out of me. I never forget it. That was one of the best fasts in my life because that was the one that changed my life. And it came instinctively. 7 days, water and tea with no sugar in it. I never forget it. And there was so much stuff coming out of me.
Yeah,
My mind was changing, the breathing was changing.
I remember.
That's what started the cycle. Whoa.
I remember.
Ah!
That was very similar to my. That's very similar to my experience. That's exactly what happened to me. Wow.
Everybody got their thing, but that was just my experience, the start of the cycle. And then from there, eating came into play. How are you going to start eating differently? Then pretty soon, exercise. And the thing about it, now this makes a good difference. I did grow up athletic and knew about exercise, so you do got muscle memory. Usually when you got people who know what it takes to exercise, it's easier for them to come back in and build up again. But if you never exercised before, it ain't too late, but it's just another struggle. You understand? But you got to go into it regardless. I mean, there's so many benefits that will come out of it. So all of that chain reaction started taking place, but it started out with the fast for myself. Oh, man.
So there's a way. There's a way to break that pattern where you're just, not on your path, not on your health path. If you're somebody that, realizes that and you realize, okay, I'm in a cycle, I can break it.
Right.
So have faith because you can do it.
You
There's
can.
so many people doing it every single day.
Exactly. I like how you said that. That's a confidence thing. There's so many people doing it every day. And that's the thing about it. When you transform yourself, you ain't got to go preach to other people, and understand, you understand. The best teacher is by example. When they looking at you. And when somebody see you really do something with yourself, you inspire so many people. Oh man, this is good.
And I saw that example with my mom. I told her like maybe 10 times, Mom, you should fast. Because I tried it. And until she saw me there in person, like, oh, she's not eating. Oh, she's actually feeling better. Oh, she's like, I
Right.
should try. So then she started doing it.
Right. And that's how we are. We're social creatures. We're sort of like on this island with all of this waters around it. The first person is scared to jump in. Then somebody will put their toe in. Then they put one foot in. Then they put another. And come and find out the water was never high anyway.
Yeah.
But it took that first person to go on the other island and then everybody else start coming.
So true. So true.
Oh man, this is good.
So there's that saying where they say we have a million problems until we have a health problem.
Exactly.
And then we have just one problem.
One problem only.
So this is the message. It's always, take care of your health first.
Absolutely.
And then everything else, manifestation, like wellness, like all of those are going to come after you take care of your health.
And I love the age we're in now because I like how you putting that as a priority right now. There was a time that wasn't due to humanity's superstitious ideas, how we looked at spirituality, the body is sinful. There's people still dealing with that idea, but it's breaking more and more. I mean, because your health is your wealth.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
by me traveling around the world, I meet people of many different income levels and stuff like this, and everybody knows it. It's no argument.
Yep.
When that goes, whatever you got, it's hard to enjoy it. Oh, this is something, ain't it?
Yeah. That's the message.
That's the message.
And
And I was just walking today. I did a little mini video. It's good to be back in America. Every time I come here, I appreciate it more and more. But they got the outdoor gym out there. Every city I go through, there is somewhere. This is a great place. You can do it if you want to, but it's all about your priorities.
Okay, so we were talking about health, right? And why do we still wait to do that? Why we're not working on prevention instead of working on ourselves after we get sick?
Right. And that's human nature.
Right?
You wait till the disaster comes and then you got to go take care of it. driving your car, driving it until the oil light come on. But you should have got an oil change way before. I mean, it
Because
happens.
we got, as we talked at the beginning, we get the signs all the time, like the body's gonna talk to us, gonna give a signal, like that's happening. It's gonna knock on your door. Hello, what's happening?
But that preventive medicine is real deep. You're taking care of yourself on a higher level, so some things will never raise their head. So that's why that lifestyle has to be key. And there's one thing back in the 60s, there's a man who's in the Guinness Book of World Records for his car. I think it got over 1 million miles
Wow.
on it. But they asked him the question, that year when that car was produced, there was thousands of cars all over the world that came out at that same time looking just like that car. Why is your car still going and the other ones are not? And he said, I did what the instruction manual said. In other words, when it's time to change the spark plugs, he changed the spark plugs.
Wow.
When it's time to change the tires over a certain amount of miles, I changed the tires. That's what he said. That's key, ain't it? He didn't wait till a problem happened or it broke down and then looked at it in good shape.
Wow. Wow.
So just like going in my own life, I had to do something when it was breaking down. And that's the normal person. What made you make changes? Because I broke down in the middle of the street.
Wow.
But once you got this lifestyle, you do things like right now, how do I supposed to catch high blood pressure? It shouldn't happen. You understand? You're under the laws of physics.
Yep.
You got the energy flowing and you keep your weight a certain way and all this other stuff. But before, didn't know that. Preventive maintenance. Oh, so a preventive lifestyle, which is preventive medicine. That's
Yep.
huge.
Yep.
Take care of it now and some things won't even be in your reality.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh man, that's key.
Taking care of it, it's
Yeah. And you probably will even go through a stage, oh, this is something, but we need to hear it. For some reason, it seems like you'll get addicted when you're making your transition, you'll get addicted to trauma.
whoa.
Whoa. Now, let me explain. You know you're doing good, you're getting out of it, but you keep going back to certain habits, knowing it's going to cause you trauma, but you got to do it one more time.
Oh no.
Poor things. We got addicted to trauma. That's what makes this really hard. I just can't do it. That's why you really got to stick in there until you get a new lease to, I don't want to feel that trauma no more. But it's just like anything, if you got a young child and got them induced to hard things, he'll adapt to it and all of that. We're the same way. So yeah, it'll feel like you're addicted to these traumas until you keep dealing with it and it get weaker and weaker. Oh my gosh. Preventive maintenance.
Okay, so you're still talking to yourself at the beginning when you had no idea what you were doing. So if what we consume affects not only our body but also our energy and our mindset, how can you choose food that elevate both?
Oh man, to elevate both. Well, everybody got their journey. And what I tell people is, at least do something different than you did before. Because we are in the age where we got the most diet changes around, literally thousands. You get on the internet, it's no joke. You even got the rice diets, I've seen people on it. Oatmeal diets.
So they can always improve, right, their diet.
You can always improve. So at least get something to improve with. But what I do recommend is some people don't get something that's too extreme in the beginning. You're setting yourself up for failure. Intensity is not more powerful than consistency. I see many people come on this journey really want to get intense because, at the age of the internet, we got so many motivational speakers out there. But I want to tell you, motivation will leave.
At some point, yeah.
You heard them talking to David Goggins. Come on, get up. No, 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 no. You pumped up, you done heard it. But day 3, it's out the door. The reality kicked in. So you don't want to set yourself up with things too extreme, but do something better than you did before. Watch the improvements and walk it just like you're walking up steps. You'll go a lot longer. But you got to make changes on diet. food is responsible for a lot of sicknesses and the diseases we have. I mean, we're overeating, eating the wrong things, eating at the wrong times. That's going to be the biggest journey in your life right there. Food.
Will like the diet of eating something softer, for example, because people change it from like meat to vegetarian to vegan to all kind of stuff, fruitarian, all kind of stuff. But is the density of
Oh, good question.
of what we put inside ourselves matters?
Absolutely. You want to hear this? Back in my early 20s, I was in a car accident and I broke my jaw. Now, back then, I didn't know nothing about diet changes. I'm this young man and love to eat. But at the same time, I broke my jaw. They said, for 6 weeks, you got to blend up your food and la, la, la. All right, so I'm getting applesauce, but I'm not an applesauce person. So I literally went to a burger joint and bought a burger, blended it up. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So I'm drinking a hamburger smoothie. And I said, okay, I can survive on this. But over a period of time, just by me blending it up, my health changed.
Wow.
Now, back then, I don't have the knowledge I have now.
Wow.
I don't have what I have now because, I wouldn't even want that route. But my health changed. Even though I still lost weight, it was looking good. But I blended up the food, and it was a whole different ballgame.
Wow.
I was blending up hot dogs and steak.
So, for example, just even replacing one meal with a juice or a smoothie would help somebody
Big
if they're
time.
struggling.
Big time. Because your digestive system don't have to work as hard. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. So I brought up that story to let people know, man, because they do got what you call a liquidarian diet. That's actually more powerful than the juicitarian diet.
Is it?
Yeah, because
What's the difference?
the definition of a liquid is anything that don't keep its form. Like if you're pouring out a cup,
Yep.
anything that don't keep its form. So it could be ice cream, applesauce, it could be Jell-O.
Okay.
It'll melt quick into the body so your digestive system won't have to work as hard. And you'd be surprised how far people will go on that diet and be happy because they still got the taste.
Right.
But it's a whole different ballgame. Your digestive system will not have to work as hard. So it's easier eating applesauce than it is eating an apple compared to drinking juice, apple juice. Two different ball games on three different ball games on how the body's going to handle it. But the liquidarian diet will work so good because it'll take you further, it's sustainable, and then you can take it further degrees as time goes on as your body starts changing.
That's a
Whoa.
really good tip. That's a really good tip for anyone, because
Broths, soups.
you don't want to give up food, and that's fine. You
Right.
know? But if you are struggling, if you want to make a break, that's an amazing tool.
And some people still want that taste. That's what it boils down to. So you still could enjoy that, but just put it in another form.
Great. So smoothies are your friend. And soups. So you said that you accepted your suffering at some point, right?
Yeah,
Acceptance is big
that's huge.
when you have.
Instead of running from it, ignoring it, and you know you're suffering, you're denying it, you're in delusion. And I said, all right, I got to accept it now.
And after the acceptance, do you okay, so I'm dealing with this pain and finally I've accepted my pain.
Yep.
So now only just that acceptance is turning that frequency of the pain is not really it's not like an enemy anymore.
It's not an
You
enemy.
can make it your friend.
And what that means, acceptance, is now your focus is on that pain. It ain't running no more. I can focus and confront it. Whoa.
That's a big difference.
That's a huge difference. Before you weren't doing nothing about it, it's taking you over. You think you might be doing something about it, but you're not. You know you can really take that seriously a lot more, focus on it.
And an example of that would be me. For example, I have a pain and I'm trying to, I'm not really trying to find the reason why the pain is there. I'm going to go to the doctor and let them patch me. I'm going to find something to cover you know,
Right.
what's happening in the moment,
Yeah.
but I'm not really analyzing, okay, how is it, why is this pain here? Like, how did it got to me?
Right.
So once you're like denying and you're just like letting the responsibility to like the doctor instead of you taking it, you know, being aware of what's happening with your body, then you're still not really dealing with it. You're still like putting it onto somebody else.
You put it off to somebody else. So that's what we mean by your pain start becoming your friend. I met somebody in Israel, he had a real good testimony. Well, what made him get on his journey that he's on, because he's a real energetic person, but he said it was an accident that happened with his pain. But it made him focus on his body to the point, that's what got him where he's at now. Before he wasn't focused on it at all.
So it can come in a disguise, you know,
Uh,
of an accident is going to be traumatic.
Exactly. And it usually does. Even myself, when I said, people ask me, what made you get on this journey? And I said, my health. If the Salisbury steak and gravy, how it was tasting back then, if I wouldn't have felt the way I did, I would still be on it. But the body don't play that. The body says something got to go, me or them. It was a love affair. Choose me or that. Which one? Oh, don't
That's
do me
true.
like that. Don't you let me. Oh,
That
don't
is
ask
true.
me that.
Oh, well.
It's real.
Yeah.
And
it
some
is.
people, I met people who chose the latter. Well, no, I love this so much, I don't love you, body. I seen that. That happens. I'm not coming out of this. But that everybody got their thing, there's no judgment.
That's true.
Oh,
But with
man.
small shifts, right? With discipline.
Small shifts.
What's a simple daily habit people overthink that can help them transform their health? Just
Oh.
something small they can do every day.
Walking.
Boom.
Matter of fact, they say the start of the cause of diseases is a sedentary lifestyle. You know, the system, I mean, I ain't demonizing it, but you can't get quite comfortable.
True. Yep.
I had one friend of mine, I heard him screaming one day, ah! I was like, what's wrong? Because it was wintertime, we was in Ohio. But he spent all wintertime laying on the couch watching TV. And he realized that this is the wrong thing to do. The imprint of his body was actually on the couch. And he said, oh! We laugh at these things and it's a good thing, but it was a true
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
And like they say, when you can laugh at yourself, then you're on the right track too.
True.
Because I done some silly stuff with my health, with my lifestyle. And you look back on it, how can I be so blind? But you're into this awareness now that takes you forward. But a sedentary lifestyle, so movement, motion.
Yep.
Move that body. I was just at the gym a couple days ago, and people working on themselves, many different levels and degrees. But one thing I seen in motion, I was talking to this one man, he realized he had to start moving. You know, he's big, but I said, you keep moving, there'll be some improvements,
Yep.
especially if you wasn't doing it before.
Yep. Little by little.
Little by little, step by step. Oh man, this is good. So that's one, movement. Number two, that you could do different every day. It's going to go back to diet. Not extreme, but every little change you make with the body, you'd be surprised how sensitive everybody's body is. You will see that change on it. And you could do an experiment too. I seen a guy one time, he was kind of overweight. I ain't see him in about a week. And when I seen him, I was like, whoa, I seen a change. Wasn't huge, but I seen a change. What have you been doing? And he said, I stopped drinking soda pop. The rest of his diet he didn't, just soda pop. But it put a change on him, something little. You could cut salt alone for a week. Still eat the same diet, cut salt alone. If you do a selfie then and a selfie at the end of the week, you'll see some
The
differences.
puffness.
Little changes is huge. Oh, this is good, ain't it?
Wow. I love it. So good. Well, we already did this as a community. You know, we gather along and we build this space for other people to heal in a retreat. And then I know you have your, you know, your online classes and you support other people in their journey through online. But since sickness touches us all, how can we better support each other's well-being as a community? Because there's so many of us, they're dealing with like pain, health issues, like, but we don't know how to help others because, you know, like everybody's going through something. But
Yeah. Oh man, that's a good question. How can we support each other? Well, I remember one time I created this community center, and that was huge because it brought people together. At least you got a place, but it's not always about that.
yeah.
And I've been to places too where everybody had talent. You had somebody who was working with bowls, somebody who knew meditation, somebody who knew running, and they all didn't work together. It was, I was like, and it was my retreat
Separate.
that brought them all together, and I was like, y'all need to start working together.
Yeah.
So that happens too in that individual stuff. But it is going to take somebody to get out there like an ensign in a way. And once that one person starts, it starts magnetizing others. It really does. I mean, it's powerful. There's a friend of mine in Uganda right now, and he transformed himself in front of everybody. And right now, he got WhatsApp groups. It happened in 2 years, but it
So
just took
good.
one person
Wow.
to make that change for other people to realize I could do that too. Now, did he go over there and tax? Yes. What are you doing? You crazy. You looked at better before. Oh man, that's going to come. And that's usually jealousy and envy.
Yeah, yeah,
Because when you're doing something good for yourself, don't let it worry you.
true. That's so true. But we can, right, to share our story. Maybe that's gonna help each other people. We can be the example, and that's gonna through our frequency. The more we are raising our frequency, we still can impact others people's life. And
Absolutely. We got the internet too now. You got all types of groups popping up and the social media. You got neighborhood newsletters. We got parks in the neighborhood. Because like if I lived here and I just came from the outdoor park over on 14th Street, I'll create something there in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? That's how my mind thinks. You know,
so also openness, being open to
being open.
somebody else.
And you're not doing it too to saying, I got to be the leader to start this group. You're just bringing people together who's ever lead it or whatever.
Yeah.
At least y'all got together. There's a place you know that keeps going. And even if you don't want to go, you know it's going. But how you help each other is when you show up to a group, you're impacting others. And how should I say it? And when that group is there, it'll motivate you. Even if you can't show up today, you know it's going to be there next time.
So true.
So, I mean, people just have to bring it together. This is just that powerful.
So unity.
There's power in unity.
Wow. So beautiful.
How the old saying go, you could go going fast. You could go fast. How'd I go? But with
Or
the group, you could go far.
Yes. Oh my God.
The group, you could go a lot further than going by yourself.
So good.
And even though I'm a lone wolf, I'm always with groups. I
You
know
are.
better.
You are, aren't you?
I'll come back with the herd every once in a while, and then I'll take off again.
Yeah, I saw that in the salsa classes. I saw the energy always shift when like the group starts dancing than just me by myself.
Yeah,
Always the group energy is gonna affect the way you feel.
yeah, it's just that powerful.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, last question. If someone looks back 10 years from now because of this conversation, what shift would you hope they've made?
You say 10 years from now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like from this talk right now, what's your favorite like?
So let's bring it down to earth. You mean 2035? That's gonna be awesome.
I know.
From this talk right now we're having, what a lot of people going to say right now is that was the thing that probably impacted my life, or it clarified that I'm on the right track. You know, at this time. That was the one that either started me, or that's the one that even clarified me to continue and keep going.
Beautiful.
And we're in an age where this message is not quitting at all.
Not. No.
As external technology rise, also the technology of the human being taking care of themselves is rising. What I mean by technology, the practices. Tai Chi's, the yogas, the breath work, those are technologies, techniques.
Yes. stillness, meditation, going within, find the answers
Yeah.
that lie inside of us.
Lie inside of us. So the game is still the same. It's just a different names.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching us today.
Love.
Much love. Namaste.